Driving a car in Uganda now seems to be more expensive as time goes by, most especially if you do not follow the rules and regulations that govern vehicles in the country. Yesterday, we apparently got in touch with taxi operators in the country, and they were talking about the express penalties, and they condemned the issue of the police for impounding their vehicles over the debt of the express penalty scheme. This came after the announcement of the new operation against errant drivers, in which the repeat offenders would be forwarded to the court instead of the common penalty fine. So, in simple terms, ebipapula begin a fuki ebipapula on the road. So you get to realize how important it is for you as an individual or as a driver to maintain these road signs and ensure that you drive safely. There is a drive that I hear of, stay in your lane. So you have to stay in your lane. You have to ensure that you have your third-party insurance in check. You have to ensure that you have your service done properly, and make sure you maintain the road signs. You make sure you have to follow the road signs. In that way, you will survive getting in the arms of the authority in regards to the issue of the express penalties. And it's upon that background that we get on ground with Barija Andrew, who is at Old Kampala, and he's going to be giving us some of the details there. He was actually trying to build on this particular operation from the Uganda police and how they are enforcing these traffic regulations to ensure that road safety is mandatory for not only the pedestrians, not only the the border riders, but also the other set of motorists, the taxis, and you with your personal vehicle in there. So you need to be very cautious when you're using the road, as this particular operation already kicked off yesterday, and police, as of yesterday, impounded 300 vehicles. The number in Uganda increases every day. So from 300, you never know, we may hit 500. Let's get on ground with Barija Andrew to understand more of this particular operation.
Thank you very much, General Paul Sonko. And today we are talking the Penalty Express scheme, and we are right here at the old Kampala police station just next to the mosque, as we can see the vehicles that are being pounded by the police. These are people that committed traffic offenses and they were fined a certain amount of money. Remember, these codes range between 20,000 to 200,000 depending on the omission, the offense committed by the person that is driving on the road. And with immediate yesterday, the lowest that it should be at 0%, zero balance, let me say that, for you to survive. And right now, the cars are being pounded, those that committed the traffic offenses, and they did not clear those fines in the required time. You are required to clear this fine in 28 days. Of course, that's within the month. You should have cleared that. And today the vehicles are being pounded, as you can see. And right here with me, I'm going to get in touch with a police officer with the ranks into the police station. And we are going to be discussing what really this is about. What does this really mean? He's called Mr. Kauma, and of course he's going to make a further introduction about himself. Mr. Kauma, good morning.
Good morning, and how are you?
Very fine. You're right on Smart 24 TV. Let's talk about the penalty scheme. First of all, you started yesterday.
Yeah.
Let's assess yesterday's performance in terms of getting back that revenue.
Yeah, we were very energized yesterday. The operation went on successfully, and we realized some good payments. We issued KMP. I'm talking about KMP alone, but remember, this operation is nationwide. But in KMP, we managed to issue 1,024 tickets yesterday, and 1,022 people paid. And we had also cases of people who would walk into police stations to demand that police issues them their pending tickets. So that was a good thing, because we had not impounded these vehicles, but people would just walk in and say, you know what, I've come to clear my ticket. So those were also good cases, and there were many. I'm talking in CPS alone, 120 people walked into the station just to demand for tickets when we had not impounded their vehicles. So that's already a good sign. And as I said, it is a nationwide operation, but so far so good. Yes.
Maybe to ask, do you think this will bring about sanity on the road?
Well, it is up to the drivers if they want to bring sanity or not. For us, we are here. We shall continue to give them the tickets if they are indisciplined on the road. So it is entirely up to them. So we have cases where people don't have a single ticket on their vehicles and they've driven for years. So what does it mean? It means they are good people on the road, but we have so many bad people on the road, and these are the ones who are benefiting from this. I call it benefit because, you know, if you decide to be indisciplined on the road, what do? So we'll benefit from our tickets, and government will earn. You continue being indisciplined, government will earn from you because of your indiscipline. Yes.
Well, yesterday I was interacting with some of the people in the taxi parks, and they were suggesting, why do you put zero balance? Like, you find that some people have like 4 papers in 1 month, and they're suggesting, can they clear one paper by paper?
But what were they even waiting for in the first place to clear those other tickets that were on their vehicles? If we demand zero balance, we are right to say zero balance. We have no problem. However, we also know that the economy is not doing so well. We know that people are hard up via finances, and we task them to at least go and pay some little money. Yeah, we don't, because you find a taxi that has tickets worth 2 million shillings. Yes, they are there. But we can tell them that, you know what, at least ensure you clear at least 500. Then the other balance of 1.5, it will be cleared gradually. Because for us, we're on the roads. We shall continue to impound your vehicle unless when you clear that money. Yes.
Okay, wow, that's very interesting. Now, if we are to look, what inspired the move to awaken this scheme? Because I know these people have been getting these schemes earlier, the papers to clear those fees. But what motivated, why couldn't this be done earlier? Why this week?
Because there are so many people, it was a lot of money, it was accumulating. Yeah, money was accumulating a lot, and people were adamant in paying this money. So our top echelon decided that, you know what, we need to do something to see that this money is collected from these indisciplined drivers. Yeah, so that is what we are up to right now.
Okay, maybe as we wind up, let's have an estimation of how much money is anticipated to be collected as a result by the end of these results.
Well, for us, we are looking for 8 billion. Okay, that's the money we are targeting. We need that 8 billion out of our drivers on the roads. That's our target. However, yesterday we collected 142 million just in KMP. I'm talking about Kampala only. I don't know about the other areas, but I'm talking about my jurisdiction. We collected 142 million, 800,000. And that was from 1,024 tickets. Out of 1,024 tickets, 1,022 people cleared. Remember, these are the impounded vehicles. Yeah. Now, we also have people who just walked into police stations and demanded to be given their tickets. Those were there. And I have not gotten those numbers, but at least I know for CPS there were 120. But remember, Old Kampala, some of them walked there, Natete, everywhere in Kampala. People were walking in to demand for their tickets. Yes.
Maybe as another, I've seen some people here that have been impounded, and they are saying, but we had paid. How come we are again impounded?
Yeah, even those cases are there. Those cases are there, it is true. And you know the system sometimes is faulty. So in essence, when you pay for that ticket, it is supposed to clear that ticket automatically. Once you pay in the bank, or URA captures that payment, that ticket is supposed to be removed from the system. But there are cases where people have paid and the ticket still reflects in the system as unpaid. But when we get those cases, we refer them to Natete, EPS office, because that's where now they clear those cases from. But however, even if sometimes you advise people to go to Natete, they're adamant to go there. You get it? There's a way Ugandans are a bit lazy. Yeah, because you can advise, you go to Natete and have this ticket removed. But people won't go until when you get them again on the road. So this is the inconvenience they go through for failure to report to Natete to have the ticket removed. Yes.
Well, your final remarks to the drivers.
Well, I still call upon all drivers to ensure that they're disciplined, because all these tickets are because of your indiscipline on the road. That's why we are giving you these tickets. So you just, measure up and be good citizens of this country. Behave on the road, yeah? Otherwise, we are here and we are watching out for you, the indisciplinados. Yeah, that's what we're doing for you. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kauma. It's been good to have you. Yes, this is Pat Means Business on Ground, and today we are looking at the Express Penalty Scheme. Yes, quite a number of vehicles have been impounded right here for failure to pay the papers that were put for them. Of course, the fines that were put. As you can see, this is the situation that is on ground right here. Yes, and of course, some people say we paid, but how come we don't see our tickets reflect into the system? And of course, Officer Mr. Kauma has been explaining what all that comes about, the negligence of the people to go back to those places where they're supposed to check out those tickets. And of course, yes, it's quite a busy place here, as you can see. Yeah, people being impounded. Zero balance. This is zero balance that is needed right here. Yes, as you can see, the gentleman right there is getting the papers, is clearing. And of course, that is what we are talking about right here, the express penalty schemes. And of course, they vary according to the crime, the offense you've committed when you're driving, careless driving. Like I said earlier, 20,000 to 200,000. That's the fine, the range of the fine, to ensure that there is sanity. And of course, this is a very urge to the drivers right there to be responsible on the road, to avoid as such scenarios happening to you. And of course, like we had, there is the target is to raise. The target is to raise, as the officer was saying, the target is to raise 8 billion Ugandan shillings. Yes, as revenue to come through this penalty scheme by the time it really ends up. Yes, so that's the amount of money expected to collect. And once the target hits the 8 billion, of course, the exercise will be put on hold. And of course, we are right here at the old Kampala police station next to the mosque, right there, as you can see. And this is Smart Means Business on Ground. I'm Andrew Bariji. Let's get back to studio with Joe and Paul Sonko.
Omuganda agamba ebyembi bisekerwa. Just imagine emotoka wagifunye ku loan n'okerera ku kipapula ku makya. We really need some good prayers sometimes, but let's get to use the road safely, and let's maintain these particular guidelines as the police has put in place. The Uganda police intends, the traffic police intends to collect 8 billion Ugandan shillings, and the 8 billion is not coming from God, by the way. So it is going to come from you as a car owner. So ensure that you cleared all the express penalties that you had earlier, and then also ensure that this time round you're following the rightful guidelines. Make sure at the end of it all, you have your third-party insurance in check. You're always having your seatbelt on as you're driving, and in the night time, do not drink and drive. Lord. So look at all these things. I think most of these are some of the key notes that we have, and we studied most of these ones from school. And you also have to maintain the traffic lights and all these things. You have to make sure that you follow these regulations. That is something that is very important and very vital to any other motorist in the country. 8 billion Ugandan shillings. As of yesterday, over 300 cars were impounded by the Uganda police on the same matter. Now, traffic police is enforcing guidelines on the road. So once you're stopped by the traffic officer, you're right to be curious, by the way, and you're right to be a bit scared, because if you do not have the rightful guideline, if you've not been following the rightful guidelines and not following the rules and regulations, then you may face it rough this morning. And but well, as a driver, stay in your lane as you're driving. Make sure that you practice good driving skills on that road. And it's also better, if at all you didn't pass through a driving school, you can as well get back and get these driving regulations on check, so that you don't fall a victim to traffic police in Uganda. And that is it for our SMB on ground, and that is bringing us to the end of our show today. It is Tuesday the 23rd of August, just 8 days to say goodbye to the month, to the 8th month of the year. 4 months to go in check. for 2023? Have you achieved what you set aside at the beginning of the year? If not, time is still there for you. Just run your race your way. It is easier than you would put yourself on pressure or panic, because sometimes you may crash in the long journey. Get us on our YouTube channel, Smart24 TV, then Twitter is Smart24 TV, Instagram, Smart24_TV, and Facebook is Smart24 TV Official. Then our website is www.smart24tv.com for more reports and business stories that you might have missed as well. I'm Joram Paul Sonko on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, in here to drive your business 24/7. Go TV is channel 394, BSTV is channel 372. I wish you a blessed day. Good morning.